Is Chris an expert on glasses?
Yeah.
I'd like to learn more about it if he has his own channel or something. That's a good idea, dude. You could do a channel about that. Just laser lenses.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. I suppose
for people that don't know what.
Dude, you mean through the looking glass?
Oh, it's so good, dude. Oh, that's so good.
By the way, royalties.
What is your job, Chris?
I just design optical filters that block different wavelengths of light. We make anything from like...
yeah, classic Christopher. I just do exactly the thing that they're asking if I do. I've got a whole bunch of gentlemen with me today. Kyle's here. Matt is joining us again. Matt, you're moving into regular status, and I'm enjoying that. And we are here with Chris today, special guest SPG.
Chris.
What's up, buddy? Both Jimmy and Chris have been playing with their fiber lasers quite a bit, so I want to make sure that we give them a chance to show off what they've been working on. And I'm pretty stoked about it. Chris especially has got a really cool thing right now. What have you have like a great success, right?
I mean, I think it's a great success. I mean, it's not something I think like sellable or anything, but I'm proud that I made it for me. Can
we see it?
Yeah, sure. It's just this awesome mug here with a little bit of reflection, nice. But just a whole bunch of Z mark, all kind of the way around. Nice
just everything.
Nice.
A little Cthulhu on there. Oh, that's better. That's better. So yeah, just kind of threw all this Halloween spoopy stuff.
Halloween theme. I was just gonna say.
Did you use
Z-mark the entire thing?
I did, actually. It took a long time. And pretty much I wasn't really using the fiber for anything, like in particular, I guess. So I just kind of set this up, and I'd like find an image and I'd just throw it on there and let it run while I was doing stuff on the diodes.
Yeah. So you did that with the stock EM Smart Rotary too, right?
I did, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So how did you get it to even hold that? Because I feel like the rotary that came with the EM Smart isn't even big enough to hold that cup. Did you have to do anything weird to get that to happen?
No, I just expanded it pretty much. It was pretty close to its max on the inside of the cup and was able to get a solid hold on it. But yeah, I mean, it ended up working pretty well. I did something a little weird, which I don't know if you would like, maybe. I don't know. But pretty much for the Z-Mark setting, you wanted me to defocus farther away from where I was. And that's what I thought I did. And I came back like the next day and like set it back up. And then I finished like basically the whole thing. And went and focused, and I was like focused too close.
But you down focused instead of up focused.
I down focused. I don't know what the harm in that is, but these came out like pretty good.
There's no depth, right? There's no depth.
Yeah, like,
can you feel them? Can you touch? Do you feel them?
No depth at all.
I mean, whatever, dude. If it works, I'm not really worried about like safety concerns down focusing with steel. You really shouldn't do it with things like gold, silver, copper, like things that are really, really reflective that can pose a danger to your laser. But steel is not one of those materials, so I am sure that it's probably fine, dude. And it looks great. It looks great.
Yeah,
no, that looks awesome.
I'm pretty happy with it. So I went to work today with it and was,
Nice.
This old thing?
This old thing? Oh, hey.
Did you have the pinky up?
Of course.
Right, exactly.
That's
how people know you're classy.
That's right. And then, so I did that. And then for funsies on the diode, we're having like a cubicle decorating contest.
Nice.
And I just cut something simple out of wood, spray painted it black, and then like I cut a gravestone out of wood. Was like, here lies Chris.
Oh yeah,
you took too much work.
You took a picture of that, didn't you? Do you have a picture of that?
That's
Do you have that queued up?
That one's a stretch. I don't have that one queued up for sure. I probably sent just you a picture
of it running at least. I remember seeing it running.
What's cool though is how much fun you're having with the lasers. Like,
Dude,
I feel like
fun.
I feel like so many people forget that it's like a fun thing.
Having fun.
Just have cool projects.
It's a lot more stressful when you're trying to make a living out of it, I think. So
It
kind of
is.
watching
I
Chris
just
play
do
with it
whatever.
is like watching kids play during the day, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't have any idea how hard life is. You know, like it's
Yeah.
cute.
Don't you start to feel like an old laser person? It's like, remember back in the day when we got our first lasers?
Yeah. I remember when this was fun and exciting. No, you got to keep it. You got to keep it fun. You got to find the fun. If you don't like doing this, like this is not the job for you because it's definitely. I mean, unless you're like one of the very few lucky people, you're not going to get like rich. You know, like you're not buying yachts. This isn't a yacht money kind of job. Like we do this job because we like it. And if you are doing this job and you hate it, maybe, like I don't know. You know,
Yikes.
like
Story of my life.
if you're gonna do a job that you hate, freaking make a lot of money. You know.
Yeah.
I do have a photo of it.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not vital, man. If you don't have it around, it's no big deal.
It should be.
Oh
should be
yeah, there it is, dude.
So, just like something
dude, that's
simple.
pretty good.
I noticed I
Yeah.
engraved the date twice. I left it. I don't care.
So is that the natural color of the wood?
No, I spray painted that.
So
I've
you-
just been
is- so
spray
this-
painting everything.
Is this a 2-layer then? You did orange and then you did black and then you
No,
removed
that's the wood underneath.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's the wood color. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So just something simple, something fun for work, you know. Brought it in. Everybody's like, dang, Chris got like his awesome lasers to help him win the contest.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Betty over 2 cubicles over is sitting there putting stuff up made out of paper, and you're like, Betty,
Yeah. Pretty much cute spider webs you got from the dollar store.
Yeah.
Shake
what's
this shit.
that trash?
And then this is just it's set up on the rotary, just rolling, getting some
Nice.
Cthulhu in
That
there.
Cthulhu?
You know?
Oh,
It sure
that's-
is.
Yeah.
That's my Warlock's patron.
So sweet. So yeah, super fun.
Yeah, dude.
Keeping it fresh. And then I was gonna look for something else
that's
as
all good.
well, but I have no idea where that is. So you can. I'll
so
search through.
Oh, really quick. Super chat from Beam It Up Laserworks. Thank you, Beam It.
Oh,
Beam
thanks,
it's like Beam It's just
Thank
been
you,
making it rain lately. Just going a little crazy. Oh, Chris, I don't think you actually showed that one on the podcast.
Yeah, that's how I was
Yeah.
trying to grab that one.
Yep,
So,
definitely. Let me pull that back up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was Chris's first attempt at a photo ever, which is just
Yeah.
like unreal, like a full photo project. I mean, you did like some sample testing first,
Right.
in small areas.
Yeah, I did some samples. And I
How
was
big
like,
is that, by the way?
Looks like,
Like
9
6?
9 by 6.
I mean, you can see my hand,
Yeah.
my hand behind it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't even see it.
But,
Yeah. We
yeah,
need a
I mean, it's-
banana for scale.
yeah.
Some peaches for scale.
But like, I really like I like the detail, like in like the handle of the knife and stuff.
Yeah.
But look at the eyes too. The eyes
yeah.
are sick. Like you can
So-
really get in there and look
Yeah,
at
and
it.
the best part about this whole thing is that this is on like crappy like plywood too.
You know, I
which is-
tried it on like a little nicer wood, and I was like, "This looks like crap." So I threw the balsa back on there, and I was like, "This looks way better." And
The
I
light
think I
gives
did-
it such good contrast, dude. That light wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really just I think this goes to show like how much more detail you can get out of diode lasers on photo work than on a CO2, right? Because on a CO2, like this would not have happened on a CO2. Like just
No.
straight up. Just straight up. You'd not be, especially with the shading, maybe something, with like you see the guys doing the trickery with like that really heavy contrast in order to kind of get like the outlines accentuated in like
Yeah.
photo engraving and things
The
like
spray
that. But
paint background and stuff.
but like an
that.
actual bitmap, like proper bitmap, like photo engraving, this would be not possible. Look at the letters down in the corner from like the.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Well, look at the palm of his hand too. Like,
Yeah.
you can actually see the lines.
Yeah, all
of
this,
his
all,
hand.
the handle and the knife, like that detail, that kind of shading in there. I thought this was like my favorite part. And then, like you said, the eyes. I when I was doing this small, I wasn't sure if I was going to get the detail in the eyes. I remember showing like my first little mini practice version of this to Rhiannon, and she was like, "What is it? I see a knife." And I was like, "It's a person throwing a knife." Can't you tell?
I'm just gonna
But
tell you, this is
I
like
can
a
tell.
solid Solid 4 out of 10, man. Really
Yeah,
good
well,
work.
no, you can tell like blown up. That was a much smaller size when I was showing her.
Yeah.
But when I blew it up, it blew up all that detail and really showed a bunch.
Good
of
work,
stuff.
dude.
Jimmy, do you want a diode yet?
I'm trying to figure out this one first, and then yes.
I
Boy,
mean, Jimmy said like he was like super interested in the photo stuff last time I was here. He was
It
like,
is very.
this is
Jimmy's
where it's
Jimmy's trying to do it on the fiber, which I mean, it's similar. It's a similar process, but
I tried one with. We were in Florida, and we went to our friend's house, and Jen, my buddy's. He does goats, so he had baby goats. So Jen picked up the baby. It was so cute. So I took a picture.
Mhm.
So I've been trying, and it's a white tile with black paint.
Dude, if you want to learn photos, I would start with something easier. Like, why don't you have the aluminum business cards and start with that, and then get that down first?
I got some good photos on those business cards as well.
That's what I'm saying. And then you can kind of learn like how to do it first, and then try more challenging materials. You're starting with challenging materials right off the bat.
You know how I get, but yeah, I understand.
This is probably e-stop content, but also Chris got a dog.
Oh, look at him.
It's a Doge.
That was his first vet appointment.
Oh,
he looks so happy.
His name is Brock.
Yeah,
Brock.
That would look great on a piece of balsa wood.
Exactly right. Why don't we have a Brock engraving yet?
I don't know. I did a couple little vector art bulldogs, but definitely want to at least bring that up.
He's
little
cute,
bit.
man. He's a cute dog.
I love how he's already over any shit you have for him. He's just like, no.
He's got attitude. I like him. I like him.
This is actually this is important because this isn't the first time that Beam It Up has mentioned this to me. But Beam It says Jimmy needs to do a hockey puck with the fiber. I've gotten a lot of questions about that lately.
Oh yeah,
people want to see the hockey pucks with the fiber laser because they're black, so they should absorb a good amount of that 1064. You should be able to get a nice mark with it. But people have been asking about that, and Beam It Up has asked me multiple times. So this is my official passing that on. Beam It, I'm asking him now. So that is something that we have to put on your list for sure.
All right, I will try that next for sure. Absolutely. I have 2 more I got to do tonight, as a matter of fact, on the CO2. So
yeah, and then because if you can get it nice on the fiber, like you would save so much time on those, then your margins would go way up.
And even the detail too. The detail you'd get on that would be so crisp. Oof.
Yeah,
but where would you start with the settings? I wouldn't know where to start.
Fuck up a couple hockey pucks. Yeah.
That's what I was doing with the dice.
It smells bad enough when you do it right. You don't want to melt it. Good God.
I was gonna say that's what she said, but never mind.
Figures that, Matt.
This is not. I'm canceling. I'm canceling e-stop. It's giving you all way too much license to be naughty on the show.
No, that's the best part. We like that.
Jimmy, I gotta ask.
Yes, sir.
So Jen was holding a goat.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Was its name Fred? And did you love it?
Oh, his name was Joe.
Joe. Okay, Joe.
Joe's the squirrel.
Joe's the squirrel. Yeah.
Joe's the squirrel.
Okay. So what about the goat?
What about Fred?
I don't know. That's her choice. She can name whatever she wants.
Fred is the reindeer.
Fred's a reindeer.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go watch or listen rather to our new podcast, Emergency Stop. You can find it at emergencystop.net. The website is up, by the way, guys.
Oh,
which is pretty cool. Yeah,
I miss Joe. Anyways, I miss Joe.
I'm sure you do. Jimmy, the other thing that I wanted you to tackle for me was the core mats. I want you to do those core mats, and
I got them. They're sitting over here.
So Alicia from Laser Lounge, shout out, what's up, Alicia, had mentioned that she had seen people saying that those wear down over time, and which is kind of true. Fade. I'd still like to see it. I don't know about you guys. Is that something that I'm still interested in it? I haven't gotten.
No, he wants to see me start a fire. That's what he wants me to do.
If there's a fire, that's a bonus, but that's not why I want you to do it.
I knew that.
Make sure you set your camera up a couple feet back this time, but that's all.
I would still really like to see it. And Jimmy said that he was going to do one where he does a stencil and then paints it using the stencil. And I was like, well, just cut the stencil on the CO2,
Yeah.
right? Then you still get to use the laser. You can paint it that way, and then do one where you actually mark the mat, and like we can compare. You could even leave them outside for a week or two, and we can come back and look at them and see how they did in the web.
Yep.
Like you could compare that way. If there really is a problem with engraving those, like let's take the scientific approach here, right?
Well,
And let's do an experiment.
The scientific approach is what she does make sense with what she said, because you're only burning the top surface. So when you're rubbing your feet on it all the time, you're going to wear that part off. That's what I think that was understood.
Well,
right?
yeah, but like let's do two with two different methods and put them
Yep.
side by side in front of the garage and
Yep.
leave them out there for 3 months. You know what I mean? Like come
Yep.
back, we can show how they were made. It'll be a 2-parter, right? And then we'll do part 2 3 months from now after a
Yep.
Rochester winter, and we can
Oof.
come back and see how they, you know what I mean? I think that would
forward
be cool.
to that.
I would really like to see that. I think that would be the first time that was done on YouTube. I don't think
Alright.
anybody's done anything like that. Everybody shows how they're marked, but nobody shows how they're holding up.
Holding
So
up.
if
Yep.
there is a problem holding up, like let's show that to people, you know. And I think
Right.
that would be really cool to see.
Yep. That'd be
And
a good
then
idea.
you had a really successful go with your soldering video too. You did something really cool for the very first time. What was that?
The
The light up where I actually lit up a sign inside the CO2 before it was actually done, and then I let the CO2 run it while it was lit up inside the machine. So
Oh,
It's
cool.
dude, it's Jimmy's like blah, 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 like making it super boring. It is so cool. Like it's just dark acrylic with like a lit rim, and then the CO2 passes over it and engraves the sign while it's like lit, so the letters like appear out of
I won't
nowhere.
tell
It's
you
so
what
sick.
happened, but
It's so
but-
sick.
you
Did you
won't see it.
did you do what you said you were going to do too, and do half of it with the air assist and half of it without, or no? Or was
No,
that's a separate thing?
That's separate. This is totally
Okay,
through
okay.
the light object air assist.
Yeah, cool.
But you don't see a certain part.
Is
that
the
happened.
is the actual soldering part of that video done?
No.
No, okay, we haven't done, but you're still doing that, right?
No, I have to. That's something that's on its own because it takes a lot, and I got to be in one place at one certain time. So I was going to incorporate those with the two, but I'm like, no, let's just do this part first.
Well, okay, so I
Yeah.
have the video clip of the sign being marked while it's in the CO2.
That's
so what,
part of the light object
air assist video.
air assist video.
So are you still going to do another piece of acrylic for me that shows what it's like with the light object air assist and what it's like through the nozzle? I still think that
you're going
comparison
to
is
see
important.
that. You're going to see that with the first part. I showed that with that.
Oh, you did?
I did.
All right, I haven't gotten that far in your clips then, so I'll look for it.
I mean, we can. I wasn't really happy with that. So when I do the soldering video, I like to do another one, and I will show a better view of what it does and how it's being done. You know, and because it's really hard to see between the difference between the two when I show it on the camera. You just can't see it, but you can visually, you know, with your eyes, and you're holding it, and you can see it.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference.
Usually I find when I am struggling taking a picture of two very similar things I'm trying to show the difference between, or a video, taking a picture does a better job. And then we can throw the video or the picture up on the video.
I don't think you're going
try
to see
taking
it
a
with
photo.
that
Or
either.
bring it to me. I'll do it. Bring it to the shop and I'll do it. Because we still have to bring that freaking Ranger over too before you go break your neck. We gotta get the Ranger.
That's free. Stop.
We need to
That's
get the
not
Ranger
even
over
that
there.
either.
Matt, Boyce, a little quiet today. How you guys doing?
Be right back.
Checking in with the chat over here. Jack was
Yeah.
asking about the collective aggressing, the color changing leatherette. So I was trying to see which device they were looking at because two different animals.
Is that like the silver gold like kind of stuff that you mess around with?
Yeah, that's the thing that I love messing with. And on the fiber, it's done in like seconds. It's so beautiful.
Jimmy wants me to make a JDS account so that he can order crap from JDS. And I told him I would, but I don't have a JDS account. So I literally have never even touched the stuff. So I'm not a good person to ask.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't know what they really want to know. But Jack, I mean, if you got like a specific question, yeah, I work with it a lot. Let's see. On the CO2, basically, if you're working with the color changing leatherette, the big thing for me, I've got the 150 watts, so I really have to hit it fast and super low. I don't remember specifically because I'm at my fiber computer right now. But I do know that I defocus out just a little bit because you want just enough heat to like knock off that top layer. The best thing I could suggest, and of course I don't have the sheets in front of me right now because I moved some stuff around this week, but JDS sells leatherette sheets that are like 12 by 20 or 24 or something like that. And so you buy that sheet and then you can practice the specific settings on it way cheaper because you can buy a sheet, I think, for like $6 and basically just dial your settings in. The only one that is a real pain in the ass is the blue silver. Just because blue, you know, the light and how it gets absorbed sometimes. So basically, you run that one just a little bit higher, but you have to be really careful and defocus just right. I'm sure some people have it in focus, but again, because I've got the 150 watt, I have to pull back. Otherwise, I just burn right through.
I didn't even know you had a 150. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a cutting monster.
It's a big boy tube.
Yeah, so I love it, man. But that's the thing. So I can only hit stuff at 10%, which means I'm already at 15 watts. So a lot of that stuff and 350 is probably my top speed for like a good engrave. After that, it gets a little sloppy.
How low can you go on that before your tube like destabilizes? Like 8?
Probably. I mean, like literally with the boss laser, it won't activate at 10. Like if I do 9.8, it's, you know, you'll hear crackling, but nothing happens. No fire that's actually worth mentioning. Are you able to fiber them without an issue? Yes. So I'm trying to find, of course, how many times have I like showed you guys all the random things I make for D&D? So here's leatherette, like here's this, right? So this isn't the color changing, but basically this is from the fiber. Like I literally put the 300 on there and zapped it out in 2 seconds. Oh, here you go. So this is for my Rogue. By the way, I made so this is the color changing. I think I made this on a live stream or something with you guys.
Yeah.
This took about 30 seconds. So that's the gold.
Yep.
I've got the settings down to like a one-shot pass. It's pretty sweet. No cleanup, nothing.
I watched it, man. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
So literally you just like, you know, you zap it. So this is for my Rogue. Whenever I'm playing D&D with friends, I basically put down my notes and stuff. And I literally just made a cup like with the Z mark last week. I just did a project mark for fun because I found a random 20-ounce stainless steel. And so that was a cool one. But yeah, so this is really, really good. And the great thing is something that would take you minutes, like 4 or 5 minutes to run like a 3-inch by 3-inch thing on a CO2 gantry, probably 30 seconds or less.
Yeah. So Matt's talking about that color changing leatherette, Jimmy, by the way, from JDS. And I was telling him how you want me to make you an account so you can get stuff from there.
Yeah. Yep. I have
Andrew.
some ideas and so yep.
So JDS recommends 1/8 inch out of focus is what Andrew was saying. Yeah, 1/8. I think I usually do it like 4 millimeters, which is
just about.
how does he reach out?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you have people reach out to you, Matt?
Discord.
Me. Yeah, Discord. That'd be the easiest way. Facebook in the group. I'm one of the mods.
So link to the Discord down in the description. Chris has been talking to himself for about 5 minutes and hasn't noticed yet.
He's muted.
He is muted. He's very muted.
He's still muted.
I think he did it on his mic.
He has technical problems. It's not just me.
We'll let you know when we can hear you again, Chris. And I wanted to get to a question as well. There we go.
Oh, hey.
Gary's asking, sorry, I'm a CNC guy, but my question is, why don't you convert photos into a halftone prior to burning? The simple answer is you don't get as much detail. Halftone is really great for lasers with a large dot size, primarily CO2. So if you're working with a CO2 laser or a CO2 galvo laser, and even then, Kyle has proven in the past that you can still do the bitmap method and get great results at larger sizes. Halftones are really limiting because of how cells are generated as far as how much detail you can actually get out of an image. It doesn't make sense to use them on things with a small dot size like fiber, UV, or diode lasers, because you're just kind of bottlenecking yourself somewhere you don't have to. Just due again to the nature of how cells in a halftone pattern are inherently generated. So great idea. Mess around with them if you're on a CO2, if you're on a CO2 galvo, something where you're working with a larger dot size than usual. It's probably going to give you better results, honestly, especially at smaller sizes than you're going to get out of a bitmap engraving. But if you are on literally any other kind of laser, you should really master the bitmap methods, because you can get much, much, much finer results with that process. So just wanted to cover that really quick while I saw it.
The other thing to consider too on that, I mean, if that's the art style you're going for, that would be one thing. But
right.
you can really get a lot more out of it.
Yeah.
Like Alex was saying.
Because halftone, it's got like that newsprint look, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So like if you want to do like that style, I know some people go for that with certain projects, but
Yep. So that was a good one.
Real quick, if you can share my screen, I'll show.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because people were just asking how many. I think it was Jack in the shop said how many how many items did I burn to get the settings right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, by the way, he's not wrong. Burn to learn. It's a real
Burn
thing.
to learn, baby.
If you guys don't know this, so if you're someone watching and you've never seen the material test under the laser tools tab, this is one of the best things, because you can basically come in here. And this is a great way to see kind of like, okay, that worked, that almost worked. And then basically you go in here and you do a count. You've got your min, your max, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically you could literally just hit preview, right? And it generates a material test for you, and it tells you the speed, the power, and everything.
For people that can't see, it's basically two columns of settings, one for the X axis and one for the Y axis, and it generates a test grid for you automatically with all of the fields labeled so that you can see exactly what changes are having what effect on your material.
So helpful.
And so that's one of those things where, like, whenever you get a new laser, like for example, if the UV that's coming soon, right? Like it's going to be a week, I think.
Yep.
I'll be doing this a lot.
Yep.
So and it's and that's one of those things where people
actually
all the time ask.
You probably won't be, because power is still not mapped correctly on UVs, and so you're gonna have trouble with that. It's not going to work the way that it should be, because I don't think so. Kyle, go ahead.
You can do it, especially because you have beta access. But the inherent problem is you're only going to get about 45% of the actual power output that it's capable of, because it's not mapped ideally for us yet. Yeah, if you're like backed into a corner and all you want to use is light burn, go for it, because at least then like maybe you can just drop the speed by half and make up for that loss of power, or just use your other machine and set up EasyCAD for it.
They shouldn't even be mapping it to power. I don't know why they're doing that, because the way that UVs are set up, it's frequency and pulse width. Why are we not just using those two things already exist within Lightburn? Why are we not using the correct designators?
It's mapped that way because it's not, they're not set up for UV yet, so it's not really intended to be out yet.
Yeah, I guess it just happens to be working, right?
Yeah.
Beamit says, what's Boyce's Discord handle? We wanted to spam Rip Boyce today, but there was nothing there.
At badass bitch.
It's actually Mindful Skeptics, but it should be Boyce.
I'm gonna change that.
Yeah, so we'll get that. We'll get that fixed.
Jump on Discord right now,
so that people can find you. And Guy is asking, how do I figure out the exposure time of my laser? So is that kind of what you were touching on there, Matt?
Nope.
No, so I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Maybe what Matt just showed with the material test is what you're looking for.
That was up before I posted my thing, I think.
Yeah. So maybe that is kind of what you're looking for, but I'm not exactly sure what you mean by exposure time. So if you want to be a little more specific, I'll try to get that answered for you. And I saw another one. Maybe I didn't. Oh, they also asked Chris, did you watch Mike Clevenger pitch in the playoffs?
Of course I did.
Oh man.
I know who that is.
Wait, what do you mean that was Chris?
Oh yeah, it was.
Notice how he wasn't on the podcast last week?
Exposure time. It's for glasses specifications on no IR. So if that's the case, then I would assume what no IR is referencing is literally how long the glasses are being exposed to a direct beam of that wavelength. And those exposure times, again, they're going to be for direct beams, not reflections or scattered rays, which are primarily what you'll be exposed to when wearing the glasses. So that's my best
tip.
guess.
Don't put your face in front of the laser, and it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, so the direct exposure time should be 0, but I would have to ask them. We would have to have a conversation with them to clarify with that. Mike C's asking Kyle, have there been any issues with the Makera?
0 as of yet. It's been through, I think, about 15 hours of usage testing so far. Solid.
Sweet. That's what we like to hear.
It'll continue to go through testing, and I wasn't planning on doing a live stream with that one just yet, probably next week, but the next live stream I do will either be the 100-watt or the UV.
Nice. And Chris, does this
Yeah.
I would answer this, but I'm going to be guessing, and I feel like you're going to actually have like the real authority to answer this one.
Specs on display wavelength for glasses have a plus at the end of the wavelength. I would expect it to be plus or minus 5 nanometers, not just plus, but
right.
Maybe it definitely doesn't go below 190, but it goes only above maybe like plus 420.
Right, because normally you'd see that was what I was going to guess, but then
they're guaranteeing that it goes to 420 at least, if not maybe to 425,
but not less than 190.
But not less than 190 and not less than 420.
Are they concatenating the description and cutting off the OD 5+ part of it?
Maybe,
because that would make more sense to me.
Yeah. Like minimum OD5.
So
that would make sense too, I guess. But
Chris, what's the difference between OD5 and OD5 plus?
Well, OD5 is 0.001% transmission. So like, you're hitting OD5, and then if you're hit OD5 plus, you're saying that you're
doing a little better.
Could be less. Better. Yeah, minimum of 5 or better,
but not OD6.
But no, I probably because then they would advertise OD6. I mean, maybe at certain wavelengths they're hitting OD6, but they probably can't advertise it for the full range. So
what would
could it be?
This could be your opinion, Chris. But just while we're on the topic, before I forget, what would you say? And again, I don't need an official OSHA health answer here, but what would you say would be like the minimum OD that you would put on your face to like block lasers?
Probably OD4. This is my minimum.
Yeah.
I think OD4 is pretty safe. 0.01% T hitting my eyes of any given wavelength range of a laser.
Yeah.
That we use for engraving, I guess, is probably fine. But I mean, the most that you can get is probably best, obviously. So,
yeah. Sorry, Kyle, I cut you off. What were you gonna say, man?
Oh no, you're good. I have zero experience in the OD and all that, but I wonder if the plus part is if there's in the case that there's differences in the material, maybe it's a minimum of 5, but sometimes it could be better even across the whole wavelength. Would that be a thing too? Like how big of a discrepancy in the material quality could there be?
Guy, I'm still stuck on that one. Is asking, is Chris an expert on glasses? Yeah. I'd like to learn more about it if he has his own channel or something. That's a good idea, dude. You could do a channel about that. Just laser lenses.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I suppose
for people that don't know what,
dude, it should be through the looking glass.
Oh, it's so good, dude. Oh, that's so good.
By the way, royalties.
What is your job, Chris?
I just design optical filters that block different wavelengths of light. We make anything from like
yeah, classic Christopher. I just do exactly the thing that they're asking if I do.
He takes his glasses off and looks like, oh, I just develop everything you need ever.
They want to protect their precious eyes. They're asking you to start a channel on this topic.
Maybe if I have free time, but I'm already helping out with this, and I got that job. So I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Maybe
just making headstones all day.
Maybe a guest spot.
That's it right there. That's what I was gonna say. Maybe just a little guest episode about laser filtering.
Sure.
Break down the basics for people. Speaking of lasers, guys, check this out. Look, are you that weak, or am I pointing it at my face? Or are you dead already? Oh, it's already dead. I got a laser pointer with my glasses today because they have like blue blockers, and they sent me a laser pointer, and I was like, "Oh man!"
Oh, you got the glasses.
Oh yeah, I got my glasses today. Thank you. Literally, dude, like 5 minutes before that package came in the mail, I lost the right lens of my glasses.
I'm glad.
And I was like, I'm screwed. And then literally UPS pulled up like 5 minutes later. And it's like, so it was not good.
I was going to say, so I literally just did that burn while we were talking. I think I counted, I don't know, I didn't literally, I was looking at it, trying to hold the camera, and by the time I looked back over, the timer was done. So I was like, oh. So I don't know, like 12 seconds, 13 seconds, no cleanup.
Fast AF.
Yeah, so that's Jaffa. You can never really say it right because he's an asshole.
I feel like it's like Italian Jafar. Jafar!
Basically, it's literally like you can never say his name right, and he always tries to correct you. So you'd be like, Matt, and I'd be like, it's actually Matt. Yeah, so
Matt wants to do a Laser Everything D&D campaign.
So instead of dungeon,
that's it.
By the way, instead of Dungeon Dudes, it would just be Dungeon Duds because none of you fuckers know how to play, and I've never DM'd, so it would just be a huge shit show. Well,
let's do it.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I've got my game that I play now. Like it's all the time, people don't show up and stuff, and I was like, these people, I know they're at home.
You're sticking around for the
quick shout out, really quick. We have a viewer on Twitch. Whoa! Samuel's asking. Not sure if you're seeing this, but I love all the great content. Please keep it coming, and thank you. We are seeing it, Samuels. Thank you so much for the comment, dude. We appreciate it.
I'm here for you.
We appreciate our 2 Twitch viewers per episode. And we're glad that you guys are here.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons in my life, so I have no idea how to even.
It's so fun. I'm on my first campaign and I'm hooked, dude. It's like
I've played a couple times, but we don't have anybody to run the game. So
I'll run.
But that's the whole point. I'll run the game and it'll be terrible, and that'll be great.
Where did Jimmy go?
He's probably trying to find Joe. He's probably having Joe he's missing him. He's like going back to his picture.
He's pulling a Boyce right now.
So Mike asks, any good sources for laser safety windows? No IR.
No IR.
John actually dropped the noirlaser.com link in the chat already.
Yep. It's just noirlaser.com. And then they have a tab at the top that says Laser Shield Windows, and you can buy it by the foot. So, and then cut it down to whatever you want.
It's expensive, so be warned.
$150 a square foot.
But it's also validated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oof.
But it's also validated for the wavelength that you're buying it for. So you know you're not going to be blind when you use it.
So I was thinking it'd be something cool to do is build a little enclosure if you're going to take your laser like to a show or something, to a craft show, and burn something
where you
light.
could like lift it up or something. That'd be
just make a square around the whole enclosure. That way people can see it and watch it burn their stuff.
Then you pull their stuff out like, here you go.
Yeah, and they can just see through it and actually watch it work. That'd be something cool.
I think making laser safe glass in big sheets like that is pretty difficult. So, or not necessarily even difficult, but you have to have a big enough chamber to do all of the
and then you can't laser cut it
on, and then you can't laser cut it. So you just have to coat the sheets in whatever shape or size they need to be. So I can imagine that it's expensive.
Yeah.
Sherlock says, how do I create raised pane effects? There's like no videos anywhere. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by raised pane effects.
Like oil paint?
Do you guys have any ideas on that?
Like a cricket?
Like an oil paint effect? I would imagine that it's oil paint.
My guess would be like painting it in like with texture, like raised texture.
Or do you
Like,
mean like
burn
you
away
engrave
the-
it out and fill it and you overfill so it's high?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. Let us know.
Have any of you ever hurt your eyes with a laser?
Every day of my life. No, I'm
Jimmy
I'll say-
burned Alex with one.
My mic is muted. But that would definitely be a like, let's get that to be a post on the Discord with some visual examples of what you're looking for, and we can make some better suggestions on that.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, he says, I'm presuming that you're talking about engraving and then filling with enamel paint. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever hurt their eyes with the laser because we all wear our stuff.
Do any of you guys have laser pointers?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have the same
I have a
glasses
cat.
that
Of
you
course I do.
I think I'm going to spend a good amount of money on like a really cool laser pointer,
Yeah, let me
because this
see.
one
Let me see what I got.
blows. This one
see what I
blows,
got.
and I'm really disappointed. I mean, like, it's
Why?
okay, but it's not fun.
So, by the way, one quick thing before we go off of the glasses thing, because I know people were asking. So, I think you should be able to see like my skin color, the pallor of my skin change. So these were like the low light visibility transmission. So you can buy. So these are the what are these called, Kyle? You know,
Laser safety glasses.
no, the brand. I hate you. My God, what are these called? Free mascot. There you go.
Oh, off of Amazon.
So these are on the buying guide. That's what I was gonna say. And I bought both of these from the buying guide. So these are the really, really dark ones. And this is awesome. So when you're doing like copper and brass and stuff like that, these go on and save your eyes a lot. Because you can get headaches. And then the other one is this one, which is like a way different. It's like way lighter, and so you can actually look directly at it. And so, have a couple of pair for what you're trying to do. Like these will actually, you can see the outline when you do like a hull or you do an outline. The red light's gone. Like you have to, and like look
It's missing
through
in
it.
action.
Yeah.
The another pro tip, you actually brought up a good point, or at least reminded me of a good point. When you ever get multiple types of lasers, so let's say you have a fiber and a diode, or a UV and a CO2 or whatever, you might end up with more than one pair. And if you ever have the same brand and you ever forget which one's which, a lot of the time they will have the wavelength they're rated for written across the top in fine print of the lens.
Yeah.
I feel like if they don't have that writing, they're probably not good enough to be used.
They're probably not legit, or whatever. But
It tells you the OD.
Yeah. So for example, you don't want to wear diode safety glasses with a UV. Well, actually, that's probably the closest comparison I have. You don't want to wear CO2 safety glasses with a UV, because those are the two furthest things you could have in terms of wavelength from each other, right? UV is like 355 and CO2 is like 10,600. So the likelihood of there being overlap there might not be guaranteed.
Like a voice is getting really like wondering there.
I'm like, what do I have? I don't even know.
Are those the ones that came with your device though?
Yeah, this is 200 to 450, 800 to 2000, then 1064 NM OD6 plus.
So those are your fibers.
Yes.
Does it
Here
have a
has
value? Does it have a different value for the first value you gave us, the range? Or is it the same value?
200 to 450.
Was there an
And then
OD
it's
value?
No.
Okay.
Nope. And then it's
So-
just slash
so-
800 to 2000, and then 1064 NM.
Okay. So that's the wavelength.
Okay.
So they're all rated for that OD value then.
OD6?
OD6. Okay.
Ooh,
Yep.
nice.
So those are actually good if you ever get a UV.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because my rep was trying to sell laser, and I kind of just hemmed and hawed for a second to see if she'd wiggle with me a little bit, and she did. She threw in 2 pairs of these glasses. Well, these are the upgraded glasses. She goes, well, I can give you the better glasses for protection. I was like, there you go. Now you're talking.
Well, you know what that is. Now that you have 2, it's now turned into a family function instead of a solo event.
Well, right now I'm the only person who knows how to run this son bitch, so
But somebody else could hang out with you
that's true. Yeah.
and not blind
Actually,
themselves.
I have not been doing a lot of fiber. We've been cranking the hell out of CO2 for this craft show coming up. And I've been literally, let me think, I was in there from 9 o'clock in the morning until about 6 p.m. So what is that, 9 hours? And I was literally burning signs and cutting, and then also like painting these little bitty earrings
Yeah.
all freaking day, man.
See, I don't have the the skill for that kind of stuff. Like I always appreciate people who do that kind of stuff. Like when you start as being a maker and you go to these places and you see that kind of like detail and the effort and time put in. Because I look at stuff like that and I will never make it. Like I won't.
Well, for this one, it's a school mascot, like a little bitty, like a 1 inch by 1.5 inch earring, like made out of, like 1/8 wood.
Yeah.
So just something, $5, something, I want something
quick.
at every price point, like 5, 10, 15. We literally have something for all price points. And
what's cool about that is people go,
labor.
oh, these, a laser guy made it. And then like they'll, that's how you get conversations going.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. I want to go to the schools and take the laser and like have one day of the year where you go in and bring the laser and kind of show and demonstrate like this is the science of it. And you have to have that. Like I said, I want to have that cover around it.
Yeah. See, I honestly still think the cheapest, easiest way to do it would just be to create an enclosure that's painted and not see through, not like an opaque thing. And then just have the camera, like how Kyle has his and how you guys have yours set up over it at the right angle so that there's no reflection. Because then there's no doubt, and that takes that liability off the table. Because that's one of those things. In my district, and this is where I just was talking about this, I have to get a COI, which is a certificate of insurance, to even come onto the campus to deliver things. So, like, because if I drive onto the campus of another school, while as Matt Bodiford ELC Creations, not Matt Bodiford English teacher, then basically I'm carrying the boxes, I fall down the stairs, my personal liability has to cover me because technically I wasn't there for business for the county.
You were there not for school and not for the county.
So
your
for me, and by the way, my school sites usually, or my county is like a pretty standard thing, but it's $1 million liability, $1 million whatever, or $5 million overall encompassing.
Oh, we're talking about insurance again.
Yeah.
Well,
before it gets away. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
Before it gets away, there's a vote in the chat right now. If you're listening and watching, would you watch a 5-watt blue laser review? Yes or no? So if you haven't answered that and you feel like chiming in, go ahead and answer that. You should see it in the chat.
8 votes so far. Almost 80% are saying yes. So if you really don't want me to do that, you guys better smack that no button because it's leaning towards me doing that for sure.
So
and also while we're here, smash the like button. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say there's one question that we didn't really touch on, and a few people have answered it in the chat, but it's from Gway, or I'm just gonna go with Gway, that said, why do you need all the different glasses for the different lasers? And basically people explained it pretty well, but I know Chris and Alex both can talk on it pretty well. But I just said, so basically light is a wavelength, and basically the different lasers fall on different points on that wavelength and create different spectra of light. So you've got invisible, you've got ultraviolet, you got infrared, which is also invisible. But that's pretty much it.
I know Alex just left again, but
but I guess you know some stuff. You're kind of a physicist.
I'm not a physicist. I have a physics.
I play one on TV.
I wouldn't agree to being called a physicist.
You stay at the Holiday Inn.
But if anybody wants to share my screen, I don't know if I have the capability to do that.
Gotcha.
But perfect.
Oh yeah,
look at this. This is my work.
Are you,
this is where
are
I
you
work.
plugging? Are you plugging?
No, because I don't think anybody wants anything from this. But yeah, like on a graph, there are certain wavelengths that can be like blocked from light, and then certain wavelengths that transmit when you're like shining a laser through some sort of glass. People design
like
it
a
to
beam
block
combiner.
Yeah. And then optical density. People asked about like what optical density is, and basically it's just transmission in log scale. So OD4 is 0.01% T. And then OD5 is 0.001. It's just log scale. So you add a 0 on for every optical density. And so laser glasses that are OD6 are, probably the best that you can get. I mean, I'm sure you can get something that is greater than that, but I know like where I work, we really only do things that are like OD6 and greater. Or I'm sorry, OD6 or greater transmission.
Why is OD1 not 0.1?
Why is OD? Because it's log scale.
That's not.
This is
something along this
the
Imagine
this
math.
is the conversion.
I made a
Optical
natural log
density
today.
is negative log 10 of transmission.
I wish the number was just how many zeros.
yeah, that would be helpful.
Hey, surprise
people
everybody
stuff.
listening to Laser Everything. I'm an idiot.
But yeah, that's why you need different laser glasses, because some only block certain wavelengths of light and then some transmit at certain wavelengths of light, and you don't want bad stuff transmitting into your face.
I find it interesting that those are all parabolic.
Yeah, well, usually, at least for what I do, they're trying to pick up certain signals. So you want a signal between a certain
To hit a
range.
peak.
That's making fun of you, and you're just like, yeah, actually. It's
No,
cool.
I was making fun of Alex because he literally just.
And then, of course, Miranda can't leave it alone. She says, yes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Log scale.
yeah.
That's why when he was talking, it's like, I know what that means.
This is Alex
Log
did
scale,
drop out of high school, which is
Aren't you like a science teacher, Matt?
doing me
No,
dirty.
fuck no. I teach English.
Oh,
I just taught the Norse gods today. It was awesome.
well, fair enough.
How many milliwatts did the Norse gods have?
Well, if you talk about Thor, he was actually in the joules. Watts is not his thing. So.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Cool. Oh, by the way, Alluxa does not
Megajoules?
make laser glasses, so do not go to the Alluxa website hoping to buy them because they're not there. They make filters for things that like the government will kill you for knowing about. So
Oh, I'm
But they
glad
have
that I
a-
watched this then.
They have like a nice little learning center, so I posted the link there for like
Oh, nice.
learning center, you know? It's
Learning
like
center.
optical specs, and then you
Oh.
just go to like, I want to learn about spectral features,
You guys have white
including
papers?
optical density, and then you can learn about stuff.
there's a guide. Yes, it's the buying guide, Allison. You can find it at lasereverything.net/buying guide. Chris, can you head there real quick since you have a browser up?
Lasereverything.net, then we go to
Under
shop.
shop.
And then buying guide.
Look how clean that website
So
looks.
if we go to eyewear on the left, yeah, I updated the website to
Look
match
how
the new theme.
slick this looks.
That was
That's what I'm
pretty.
saying, dude.
Dang, pop over here to eyewear.
There you go. So
And then
there's-
we got, boom,
Nice
wavelengths. We got lasers listed down here. We got these little colors and stuff. Look at all this. It's great.
So
All right.
we break it down by wavelength for you and by laser type. So like the YG5's great fiber and good UV protection, right? So you'll know exactly what you're purchasing these glasses
buy
for
those.
and why. So basically the CO2s are for CO2 and they also offer excellent UV protection. They're both 7+. So, however many freaking zeros that is. And then the YG4s and YG5s are both typically used for fiber applications. The YG4s are slightly darker and offer slightly better protection. The YG5s transmit a little bit more visible light, so it's a little easier to see through them. And they offer very slightly worse protection, but frankly, as far as we're concerned, they're all the same. The KTIs down at the bottom are for visible light, which, believe it or not, is actually one of the more expensive pairs they would buy because visible light lasers are diodes, some of the cheapest lasers to buy. But the KTIs are for those. All of them offer some UV protection. So if you have a UV laser, you can buy pretty much any of these, though I'd probably recommend the CO2s because they're only $40, whereas all of the other glasses on this list are very, very expensive, over $200. But the CO2s also have a lot of visible light transmission. So the UV is very bright, so they're not going to do anything for the brightness. They're just going to block that UV light. And then if you're broke, like so many of us are, we have the budget laser safety glasses. These are just the best ones they sell on Amazon. So this is our favorite brand of glasses that you can purchase from online from Amazon. These range from $45 to $65, which is significantly more expensive than most laser glasses you'll find on Amazon, but far cheaper than the no IRs. So
And they're also readily available usually.
They also go regularly on sale.
they're asking, when you say good versus great for protection, does that mean the one with worse protection doesn't protect my eyes and the laser will possibly damage them? What were the zeros between OD6 and OD7, Chris?
OD6 is 0.00001% transmission, and OD7 is 0.00001%.
That is the difference. Do you think that difference would be negligible as far as protecting your eyes?
I mean, both are pretty safe. I mean, I want to take back what I said about OD4 now that I'm looking at this, but I mean, I feel like if you're blocking OD5 plus, you're probably pretty safe. I mean, that's such a small chance of damaging your
when you're
eyes.
thinking about it in log scale, absolutely agree.
But I am not an expert on laser safety glasses. I make filters for satellites and stuff.
Different use case, different situation.
Not your eyes.
Chris is not a doctor.
I am not a doctor.
Don't take medical advice from Chris. He's not an OSHA expert. He's
Troy McClure.
Troy McClure. I can't even do the voice. Do the voice.
I'm Troy McClure.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, me personally, I would go for 6+.
If you can afford it, just get OD7. I mean,
yeah.
So
why
these mascots, just because we've been talking about them, and while you were gone,
those are the
helping
glasses.
Jimmy.
Those are the budget laser safety glasses that are on the screen right now.
I'll say it one more time. Look for the visit. So right there where it says, can you hit where it says? Oh well. Go back to the one where it says VLT, visible light transmission. That's a big thing for people. Again, I'm telling you guys, there's a huge difference between the light transmission between these two lenses. You can see how dark. So, and this is where, again, we were just looking at my skin through it, right? Very, very dark. And also you'll see these are OD8, I believe is what they say.
Which is...
You got no tan on your face, so I can't see the difference.
OD what?
Listen here, Norseman, shut it.
I highly doubt those three mascots are OD8.
I know, but what I'm getting at is you can see the difference of the darkness, and so that's what I was trying to tell people is when you're lining up your fiber using these are great for when you're doing metal coins or anything with high reflection,
right?
Because you can still look over at it and have no problem, but then with these guys, you can actually see the red line and the red lights light up. The other ones, not so much.
Also, really quick, legal chimed in here, so I'm gonna just recite this. Legal says that was the wrong one. Laser Everything, guys. At Laser Everything, we recommend buying the highest quality eye protection you can afford and wearing it 100% of the time. A laser accident can blind you. It's happened to people. You're taking a pretty big risk without some kind of eye protection. So that is the official Laser Everything standpoint on this. Just throwing that out. But guys, yeah, I mean, just get the best stuff you can afford. Something's better than nothing. If you can afford them, get the no IRs. I mean, honestly, don't save money if you can it's not an area to cheap out. And by the way, we have absolutely, I say this every single time this topic comes up, we have zero affiliation with no IR. They refuse to talk to me. They will not come on the podcast. I've tried multiple times. They don't have an affiliate program. We don't get paid for mentioning their name. We recommend them because they are the best. And it's your eyes. So protect your eyes. Just grab a pair. It's a one-time buy. And then you have protection against that wavelength forever. So, just grab a pair. That's all.
Think about it from this standpoint. If you save $75 or $100, was it worth going blind over?
I see what you did there.
For the rest of your life.
But yeah, thank you. But the other thing too is that also think about how frequently you're going to be doing this, where you are in location. My laser is right here. I'm touching it. That's it. So if the reflection is everywhere, and that's one of the things too, get the right ones. If you buy those no IR, these things, Jimmy and I talked about it, because this thing saves your life so many times because you're sitting here next to it.
Yeah.
So just saying, the refraction and reflections and all the craziness going on.
The thing is, mine's right here too. I mean, it's right here. You can see it because my fat ass don't want to walk over to the other side of the room every time I want to look at it. Right? Yeah, exactly.
I will say,
laser's in the other room. So.
I will say with somebody with a big head and glasses that get ones that you're going to want to wear comfortably all the time. Yeah. So for me, I'm still looking for a pair of goggles that will fit over my massive head and glasses comfortably.
Yeah. How did the ones when we shot laser, you were wearing the goggle style from No IR. What did you think of those?
they're not bad. They still get caught widthwise, but they're the most comfortable I've come across.
Yeah.
As of right now, I just have to take my normal glasses off and put on the eye protection.
That's what I usually
And
do.
so
IR.
I'm blind. I'm blind temporarily while I'm running the laser, more or less. Unless
No
I block
IR
it.
has goggles that you can actually put your prescription frames into.
Yeah.
In-
And I was like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of looking for new glasses that aren't quite so wide. But the other thing is VLT, the light transmission value. So if you're somebody who needs to be able to see everything around you and be protected from the laser, and you're not worried about like the flash so much as just not being blinded, you can get more light transmission value out of it as long as you're not sitting there staring at the laser, because then you'll just get welder's eye,
Right.
which is something completely different.
and painful.
Yeah.
That's like walking outside without sunglasses on and staring at the sun
Yeah.
and going blind because of the brightness, not the UV.
Right.
For contrast.
And
so
just so we're clear, the VTL on all of the glasses that we recommend is very good, except on those CO2 lenses, which are
Kyle, I got you covered,
basically
buddy.
100%. So those are very, very bright. I don't recommend them if you plan on staring at your UV laser. Probably not the best. Gwai's also asking, is there a way to test if my glasses are actually protecting me from refractions? Not that you probably can afford.
with a very expensive meter.
I
Yeah,
know we talked about it before, but No IR has the charts that show you all of the, like an infographic of all the testing they've done. That goes
at
with
some
their
point you
stuff.
have to trust that the scientists know what they're doing, right? And I mean, Chris actually has this equipment. I feel like we talked about this last time you were on,
A few
Chris,
times.
but you have this equipment at work, and it's not like lighthearted equipment.
No, like our spectrophotometers that we use are like, I don't know, $100,000 or something. We do tests on them.
Yeah.
Pretty much like every month or something to make sure that we're within a certain accuracy of what we're saying our stuff is. I do a lot of the data analysis for everything that goes out. And yeah, pretty strict on saying things are good and things are bad.
So maybe Laser Everything can pick one of those up someday, but we're going to need, and I made this joke last week, another like 20,000 or so LMA members. And then we can talk about picking one of those up, and we can start like safety testing glasses to confirm numbers. But
I know it was actually asked recently in a couple different places on both the LMA and the Discord, but we also got a lot of questions about if it was ever in our future to get a laser wattage tester, like an output tester. My understanding is those are a little more affordable, but that's not going to really help on the, eye protection side of things.
right.
Still not cheap though.
So even with my protective glasses on, I should not stare at the engraving or I'll get welder's eye. Again, that kind of comes back to visible light transmission. If it's uncomfortable to look at, you're not doing yourself any favors, right? So like the YG5s I can wear, and I have my face 2 inches from what I'm engraving, and I can like inspect it and like look at it, and I don't feel like I have to squint. So I'm not worried about the visible light and how bright that is. Obviously the laser hazard is one thing. The brightness is usually pretty easy to tell. If you're uncomfortable looking at it, you probably shouldn't be looking at it, right? So that's where you and the best way to learn what those VTL values stand for as far as brightness is to buy and use them, right? So once you have a pair of goggles that are VTL 22, VTL 55, and VTL 73, you start to get a feel for that range and how bright or dim they're going to be. Unfortunately, that's hard to quantify, especially on an audio podcast. How those values look. Matt tried to show us there with his glasses, but until they're on your face, it's really kind of hard to describe.
It's almost like when you go to the Oakley store, there's different lenses. Like they have gold iridium lenses that filter certain spectra of the light, and it makes things look golden colored. And then you got the other ones that are like the dark, and they make it look dark.
Legal's chiming back in. Don't engrave with your face 2 inches from things. Alex is dumb.
What legal term is FFS?
For future
Forensics.
safety.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that was good.
Audible.
For future safety, guys.
That was good.
Don't do that. I'm a what's the I'll pull it up really quick so that I can say it because I need to say it now. But you guys keep chatting and I'll interrupt.
I'm so proud of you for that one. That was solid, dude.
Thanks, man. I get around, you know.
Just safety. So yeah,
here we go. I found it.
All right, here we go.
You are hereby notified that the conversations being had in this podcast are being had by professionals in controlled environments. Do not attempt to duplicate, recreate, or perform the same or similar effects, marks, or engraving styles with your own machine, as personal injury or property damage may result. The producer of this podcast is not responsible for any such injury or damage. You have been hereby warned.
Solid.
There we go.
What?
By the way, you should put that at the beginning of each podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that should be at the beginning. What if somebody didn't stick around?
It's in the description.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Then I have to read.
That's look at Miranda. What a turd.
Miranda, maybe go through and add that to the description of every single video so that we are covered. And then she comes in with this, and then she comes in with the professional. Come on.
Ouch. That burns deep.
I have a job.
I had a direct message from Miranda on Slack, and I was like, "Oh, she's yelling at me on Slack," but she wasn't. It was a picture of the baby. So, guys,
that's always acceptable.
We're way over an hour. I've had a blast hanging out with you guys today, as usual. Thank you so much for listening to the Laser Source podcast, Chris. Thanks for coming on, man. It's always great to have you by to talk about lasery things. If you guys want to hear us talk about things that don't have anything to do with laser, please go listen to the Emergency Stop podcast. You can find it at emergencystop.net. And it's our time where we just try to, take our work hats off for a little bit and just hang out as friends. It's a really good time. The first episode is so funny. How you feeling, Boyce? Boyce is muted. But I think he said that he's feeling good.
I said we take our brains out of our asses too sometimes.
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Well, I can only speak for myself.
We have a really good time over there. When we started that podcast, I was like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Emergency Stop podcast, where our friends are gonna." And by the end of it, we were like crying our eyes out, like laughing hysterically. It's really, really funny. So,
Voice is awesome. You gotta watch that.
If you're interested in that kind of content, go listen to Emergency Stop, because we're going to record a new episode right now. The first episode, Key Deer, is out already, and you can again find that over at emergencystop.net, and we're on all the major podcast platforms. We have links to all of them over there. So that's what we're going to go do. If you got value out of listening to the podcast today, please don't forget to smash the like button. Let everybody else know the content is good, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you get notified the next time we go live with a new episode of the podcast. Special thanks to all of my co-hosts today, Kyle, Boyce, Jimmy, Matt, and Chris. It's awesome having you guys here. Go pick up some Laser Everything merch.
Kyle, I got your glasses for you. What's his name? He messed it up there. He's seen the thing.
Welders' masks do not block laser radiation.
I know it was a joke.
Not funny. Especially after all this legal. Miranda's going to be up my butt.
That's all right. She's yelling at you, not me. That's a first.
Oh, yeah. The poll. I forgot about the poll. We'll go ahead and end the poll here. 73% of you would be willing to watch a 5-watt blue laser review. I don't think everybody knows what that means. By the way, the legal limit on handheld laser pointers is 5 watts. So it's like literally the most powerful laser pointer ever. I think I'm gonna pick one up and like just do kind of like a joke.
It's basically a lightsaber, but doesn't stop.
See, I can see Chris's. I can see freaking Chris's, and his room is lit up. My stupid blue one doesn't even show up on the wall. Piece of junk from Zenny Optical. Anyway, that's the show, guys. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube or listening. If you're on the podcast, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please, and thank you. And we will see you in the next one. Have a great night.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.